Welcome everyone to the 8th TROOPcast of the Troops of UNSC Halo Clan, your source for the latest Clan and Halo news, along with lots of other information that has to do with gaming, music, cool stuff. My name is UNSC Trekman, aka Brandon Yon, leader and co-founder of the Troops of UNSC. Co-hosting with me today will be UNSC Guymer, UNSC Tango.
All right.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, it's Guymer here. I'll be talking about cams later, so stay tuned.
Alright, and then we have Stealthy Nick.
Hey guys.
He's returning from several TROOPcasts ago. And we have our newbie with us, The Darkness.
Hey.
Wow, that's it? You're going to say hey? That's it?
That's all I got. Yeah. I don't know.
All right. All right.
Stay tuned for awesome, hilarious stuff.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. This is when we enjoy ourselves. Today we have a very special guest who is a good friend of mine. I've known him for quite a number of years. His name is Eric.
Wait.
What?
I need a drum roll.
General. What?
Drum roll.
Oh, a drum. Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess. All right. Very special guest. Drum roll, please. His name is Eric Powers. He runs his very own radio broadcast every Thursday night, and I'm going to let him talk a few seconds about that.
Hey guys, Eric, aka Proto Eric, also known elsewhere as the Ronin, but for radio purposes, I'm Proto Eric because all my everybody knows me as being a guy who dresses up as Proto Man and runs around like that. But I do a radio show called River City Remix on Thursday nights. It's on GameFix Radio, which is radio.gamefix.com, and it's basically video game music that's been reinterpreted by other people. So it's, the original music remixed in different, techno or rock ways, actual bands or artists that cover the music in different ways. And then even sometimes people who have reimagined music to a game that you could play as an alternate soundtrack. It's a little bit harder finding that, but when you do, it's usually pretty good. So that's kind of what I'm about, and I'm going to hang out with you guys tonight.
All right, sounds good. We are most definitely welcome and glad to have you. Say hey, everybody. Everybody say hey, Eric.
Hey,
Eric.
All right.
What kind of group to get into?
Kind of reminds you of something, doesn't? Anyway. Sorry, I had to go there. Okay. Anyway, the other thing about Eric is that Proto Eric, is that he does not play Halo, or if he does, it's very few and far between. And he does not play on Xbox Live, so he's not one of those active gamers. He's a classic gamer. He sticks to the older games and some of the newer renditions of the older games and stuff like that. And he's mainly a PlayStation guy, right?
Actually, I've been playing more of my freaking Nintendo Wii U lately, so it's actually crazy fun. That giant, stupid controller with the screen. You look at it and you're like, "What the hell is this piece of junk?" Oh, this is neat. But no, I love the Halo series. So that's kind of one of those, don't get me for not having an Xbox. I love Halo. I've played through both Halo and Halo 2. Actually on the PC. So I love the storyline of Halo. I don't have the time to do multiplayer type stuff. I've got a family and trying to do my other projects plus the radio show. Multiplayer is the last thing I have time
Exactly.
for, unfortunately.
Well, hey, we all have responsibilities, and even though we're all gamers, it's just another aspect of our lives. To start us off here, I'm going to go over a little bit of clan news for everybody. The reboot of the clan over the past 3 weeks has actually been a success. We have gotten 4 returning players, and officially 3 new players have joined us already in 3 weeks. And 2 of the new players that have joined us have already began progressing through our CAMS training system, our Casual Assault Marine and Spartan training. And with that, I want to congratulate them on actually doing this on their own. We don't have to hound them. We don't have to sit there and tell them they need to do their jobs. They're just busting ass already, so I want to say congratulations to you two. And they're here with us tonight as part of their CAMS training system. We've got the Darkness and Stealthy Nick. Where the clan is going, we're having fun and taking our time and figuring that out as we go along. So join us, help us build a better clan, enjoy yourselves with the group, and just overall just have fun. What our agenda is and where we're going with this, we are a group of people that just want to have fun and enjoy each other's company. As it said before, that we're brothers in arms, we're family in the clan, we're people we can talk to and turn to for just about anything. So anybody that's new to the clan will find out that you can come and talk to me, because my life has been really strewn with random stuff. So if you got personal issues going on or you need advice, I'm kind of the guy to turn to. But so is Tango. He's gone through a hell of a lot. Guymer also. We're leaders, so that's part of our job. That's part of our responsibility.
No, I was just gonna touch on that too. Like, not to say that me and Trek are the only ones who've been around. We all know everyone has lives. We all know everyone talks, and we've all been through our own kind of hell here and there. But
Oh yes.
we do our best to make sure it's a friendly and happy environment and you're comfortable.
Unlike last time, where when things were ending, we kind of went off the deep end on a few people. We ain't gonna do that this time. This is all about having fun and enjoying each other's company, and that's what we're all about. Tonight's topics. I'm gonna give a quick once overview. Tonight's topic, of course, we have our guest Eric with us, Proto Eric. I'm going to let him talk about his radio show and who he is and what he does and all that fun stuff. And then after that, we're going to talk about a couple of website upgrades, some of our chain of command information, what people will learn in the UNSC, what they're going to be playing with in the clan, what the different parts of the clan are, the different platoons, and where we're going as far as organization when that goes through, such as, are we going to participate in HCS, or are we going to have a competitive division, or are we going to go into Halo 2 the ranked playlist? And then after we talk about all of that, we're going to go into the Halo 5 beta and talk about our opinions on the 5 beta and what everybody's thoughts and ideas were on that. Anybody else has any opinions or anything, leave them in the comments section. We read that, we watch it, we look at it, we are more than welcome for people's feedback. And then we're going to talk about what you can do as a newbie to the clan. We want you to join, we want you to be a part of us. So whatever you end up doing as a newbie in the clan, we want to take care of what we can help you do. So, first and foremost, I'm going to turn this over to Ronan Eric, aka Proto Eric, and let him talk about some of the stuff that he does and what he's into.
All right, guys. So, as I mentioned before, do a weekly streaming show of video game music. The show is called River City Remix. The name is kind of based on, don't know how many of you guys are into old school games, but there's an NES game called River City Ransom, probably one of the greatest original beat 'em up games, and kind of a slight RPG feel to it as well, because you could level up your character. But I borrowed that and put the remix in there because my show focuses on the remixes, covers, and alternate soundtracks for video games. Just trying to find the most new and original stuff I can. And I go from any type of music, like a lot of rock covers. The songs are extremely popular, but I also do orchestrations. We do techno, electronica.
I know you've thrown Lindsay Sterling on there a time or two.
Yeah,
haven't you?
I've thrown a couple of her, video game tracks because I can get away with it. Which, what do you call that? Violin techno. It's kind of its own little thing. Heck, I think I played her Skyrim theme with Peter Hollins, who's a vocalist that does entire songs a cappella in multi-track recordings with just him singing. So really cool stuff that I play in there, and I try and hit all sorts of different genres of music. And if you guys ever want to throw out recommendations, you can hit up River City Remix on Twitter, and it's just like it's spelled, River City Remix, and you'll see my little Proto Man icon, and say, hey, I want to hear such and such this week, and I'll do my damnedest to play it. I can't guarantee I'll find it if it's some really obscure game, but I will do my best to get it on there. That's kind of me. The the website for it is radio.gamefixed, and that's GAMEFIXT.com. You can catch that there. I think we can also be found on Shoutcast streaming services. Just look for Game Fixed Radio as well. If you prefer that way, it tends to be a little bit more stable. Especially if you're trying to listen mobile, if you've got a Shoutcast app, that works better. Because sometimes the web page will slowly turn itself into a black hole of doom and stop playing.
Yeah, I kind of had that issue. I kind of had that
Yeah.
issue with Google Chrome on my Galaxy S4 the other day, but all I had to do was reload the page and it worked just fine. So
Yeah, and then it's good for another half hour, 45 minutes.
exactly.
So I see shows we got a couple of questions for me. As far as a gamer, I mean, I kind of touched on that earlier. I'm more of the type of guy who's into campaign modes. I prefer playing through the campaign. If I'm playing multiplayer on the rare occasion I do, it's usually a co-op type thing as opposed to deathmatch or anything like that. Unfortunately, guys, I just don't have time to deal with the little 15-year-old crap talkers who have nothing better to do than spend all their time playing Halo and Call of Duty and everything else. Not to say it's a bad thing to play it online. Just I don't have the time to deal with them.
Well,
So
yeah, exactly. I don't think any of us have the time to deal with those kind of guys.
So I tend to be pretty picky with my online interaction when it comes to games. You can just call me old. That's okay. I'm good with that.
Hey, now don't make me feel old. You're not that much older than I am, man. What would be your favorite game if you could pick one?
Actually, that's a pretty easy question. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I love the stealth action types of games, and that one happens to have the best story, some of the best gameplay controls, and some of the greatest fourth wall breaking in all of games. I mean,
Anybody
seriously,
else in here a Metal Gear Solid fan? I've watched it played, and it's actually really cool. Anybody?
Never played it. Never played it.
Nope.
Wow.
Don't like it.
Wow. Okay. Well,
it definitely takes a specific type of gamer to enjoy the stealth action type.
I have to be honest, I'm one of those guys that I will sit back and watch it played. I won't actually play it, but I enjoy watching someone else play it. How messed up is that?
Actually, that's a great way to enjoy some games. Sometimes if you don't have the time to play a game, but you want to know what goes on with it, I'll watch freaking Let's Plays all the time when I'm just got nothing else to do, lunch breaks, time when I'm just bored and finally ran out of the rest of YouTube or something like that. Let's Plays are great because you can experience a story of a game and hopefully you get one where somebody isn't talking over it too terribly much.
Exactly.
But you can enjoy a game without having to spend the time to play it. It's kind of like watching a long movie. So that's...
Well, and maybe that's something that we as a clan should participate in sometime. Maybe all four of maybe 4 people or 2 people should get together, and maybe we should start going through the campaigns via Twitch and talking about various aspects of the Halo campaigns and letting people watch it via Twitch.
Yeah, me, Nick, and Alex have been doing that already, so we're already on that. We'll get some more people.
See, there you go. We already got that going on. Okay, see, leaving me out of the loop. Figures.
You're terrible. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm terrible. Yeah, you don't want me there because all I'll do is die.
Well, we did invite you earlier, but we decided to play the beta instead.
Well, I know, but when I'm fixing a computer, anyway, different story. Eric, I know you do a lot of cosplay. What is your favorite thing to do in your time away from work?
Probably beyond finding music for doing my show, I would have to say actually cosplay construction. I've got a small personal side business of making armor and props and things like that. I've had this long drawn out 3 years now, very slow progression of building a set of Mark VI Mjolnir armor.
And you said it right. You said it right, too.
Yeah, it amazes me how many people don't know how to say that. If my Viking heritage would kill me if I didn't say Mjolnir right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Everybody
most
should
people
give
go,
him a
"Mjolnir."
hand for
It's like, no,
exactly.
no, no, no.
Everybody should give him a hand, for saying Mjolnir.
And that one's whenever I get around to finishing that, it's actually going to be a fun kind of mashup. Don't know how many of you guys here kind of are gearheads, but I love the British show Top Gear, and so I want to make.
Yeah, we've got Charlie Guymer here, who's from the UK. So
Okay, I'm going to make the Stig's Spartan cousin. Some say
Oh,
he's
that'd be
driven
so
over more
cool.
Covenant than he's shot, and that his grenades aren't where you'd expect them to be. He's not the Stig, but he is the Stig's Spartan cousin.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that'd be so good.
You know what? After seeing, I think it was for Forza 3, you could unlock the Warthog, and
Wow.
yeah, well, you couldn't play it, but it was visible in the museum.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of the few times that I think they actually had Cortana's voice doing the voiceover for the intro on it. But usually it was Jeremy Clarkson doing the voiceover for the intro on all the things. And that's kind of where I got the idea, was like, wait a tick, you can have Jeremy Clarkson, Halo. I'm going to be the Stig Spartan cousin. It's a very slow going build though, because I'm making it a method called Pepakura, which is basically Japanese for slow delve into insanity. No, it's Japanese for papercraft, but you take and convert three-dimensional objects, 3D models into a prototyping form, which you print out templates which give you the different pieces, and you can put it together very slowly, and then you fiberglass it and things like that to create a complete set of armor. If you look it up, there's actually a whole forum called the 405th that's devoted just to
exactly. This is a
doing the Halo
massive
armor.
shout out to the 405th.
Yes.
They are like the shit when it comes to building Halo armor. They just
and you can see some really good examples of their work if you go to it's actually Devin Supertramp's version of the video, but it's Lindsey Sterling's Halo theme with I don't remember what the pianist guy's name is.
That's her brother, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I thought it was her brother.
It's somebody else.
Okay.
But
Whoa.
What was that?
That was
Yours
my
getting
tummy.
angry at me.
if you go to the filmmaker who filmed the video is called Devin Supertramp. His version, which is called Halo Firefight, really features all the guys while the theme is being done on piano and violin. And it's kind of crazy seeing this little 5'0" Lindsey Sterling holding a minigun. Just
Yep.
it's fun to watch, but
Exactly.
you really can see the quality of their work. These guys look like they just walked out of the game, and it's amazing stuff that they do, and most of them are built with that same technique that I use. So
Well, and the greatest thing about them is that they're called up front every time 343 has a panel.
Yep.
Every single time they're called up front, and they paraded around with 343 and their panels and stuff like that. So these guys are freaking awesome.
yeah, they don't bother having 343 doesn't even bother having anybody make suits. They just call out for guys from the 405th
Exactly.
to come do promo stuff for them.
Exactly.
They don't even worry about going and finding somebody and spending money to have a suit made, because they know there's plenty of people who will do it for them. So
Yep, exactly. So, do you have a family? I mean, I know you do.
Yep. Yep. I've got a wife and 3 kids. Oldest one's 9. Next closest is 4, and then the baby is 2.
And your wife
Yes,
supports you and your armor building and your radio broadcast and your
She
gaming
does, yeah.
and see guys, it's not a lost hope. There are girls out there for. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes,
I thought you were gonna go say
fine.
that then.
There are women out there who actually are, totally cool with, it took her a while to come around to some of it, like, the crazy amount of time I spend doing the costumes and stuff like that. But the radio show she gets a kick out of, and she's usually listening in. And and enjoying it as well.
And if I'm not, if I'm believing my eyes, she does cosplay with you on occasion.
Yes, she does. The best one that she's done so far is she did Eva from Metal Gear Solid 3 to go as a counterpart to my Snake. So we did that together. Kind of threw people off because she's nearly black hair and she's wearing a blonde wig, and so I got pictures of me kissing this blonde, and people are like, "What the hell are you doing? You're taking pictures kissing a blonde? Joy's gonna kill you." And it's like, no, that is Joy.
That must have been an interesting adventure.
It was fun. It definitely, after those pictures were posted, it was hilarious seeing the responses to it.
Oh, I bet. What about work? What do you do to support your habits?
I actually work in the automotive industry. I just got a job down in Colorado Springs. I'll be at the Hyundai up off of North Academy as a parts guy and in training to be management. So that's good, seeing as I've been almost completely supporting myself off of the costume making, which is not enough really to keep the family going.
Exactly.
For about 2 months now.
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Shoot, it's always good when someone gets something else that's running for them. Management, dude. You've been looking at doing something like that for quite a while, so
I have.
Congratulations. And from
Thank
all of us here at the Troops of UNSC, we are glad to have some knowledge about you. And hey, guys, guess what? We have a dude who makes armor. We know a guy who makes armor.
Yeah.
So,
It's freaking forever.
Actually, he's in Colorado and he's close to me, so
Yeah,
I'm like first in line.
And Nick, you live like 20 minutes away from me, so he's close to both of us. So everybody else should come to Colorado, and we should all just meet over at his house and have a little bit of fun sometime.
Maybe once I get the new house down in the Springs, it'll be bigger.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Is there anything else that you want to talk about while we're here?
No, I think we've gone over everything I can think of.
Does anybody else have any questions for Proto Editor?
Yeah.
Actually, I got one real quick.
Sure.
I don't know. A bit of context about me. I'm currently an art student at the Art Institute of Vancouver. I go there for visual effects. However, I've got a lot of buddies in the audio programs. And I'm just kind of curious how you got into it. I've seen some of the work they do, and it's really complicated and really irritating.
Actually, the programs I use for doing it is fairly simple. It's pretty much we pay for the bandwidth and the base website that allows the streaming audio, and then I go in and build a playlist and put intro little songs, and it's all set up already that even an idiot like me can do it. Because when it really comes to heavy web-based type stuff, I get kind of dumb. I'm supposed to post the shows every week on the Game Fixed website, and I'm supposed to use WordPress, and the coding and things that you have to do to add links and whatnot in there just drive me batty because I can never remember them. So it's actually, as far as streaming radio goes on the internet, it's pretty darn simple. It's I use a program called SAM Broadcaster, and that's SAM Broadcaster. And once you've got the stream information plugged into that, you could just turn it on and have talking going. You can set it up actually as like a DJ system where you have to specifically select your microphone to be on and whatnot, and that's how I use it. And you can build a whole playlist. I build a 2-hour playlist every week out of it. Really simple.
Ah, sounds fancy.
When you play music from all these games and stuff, do you have to buy them to license them or stuff like that, or is it free?
Most of the music is free or very inexpensive via the different groups, Bandcamp and stuff like that. Most of it's under a parody or Creative Commons license, so we're able to play it. I have yet to have any of the artists that have gone and remixed stuff come back and go, "Hey, I don't want you playing my stuff." They're just like, "Yeah, my stuff's being played." There is actually a documentary. I wish I could think of the name of it that just recently was either recorded or came out. But one of the guys I was talking to was mentioning that one of the people on there was talking about how there's the genre of music, which is or in general, which is the video game music scene, that he's basically mentioning that there is an entire audience for all of this stuff, and 90% of the people out there have no idea it even exists, which is kind of sad, because one of the good measures of music is how many different genres can you change it into and it still works. And a lot of video game music, especially the classic video game music from older games, like stuff like Mega Man, Super Mario Brothers, Castlevania, things like that, had to be so well written to not be consistently annoying in the very limited systems that they had for the old NESs and Genesis and stuff like that, that it translates extremely well to different genres and reinterpretations.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't think about that. Like, I still love the Mario tune today, even after like 6 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like a real great tune.
Yeah, and so you can go back in and listen to it in the different genres that there are, and I've probably got 15 different versions of the original Mario theme in done different ways. Some of them are rock, some of them are techno. I've heard it orchestrated. I've heard it jazz.
Ooh, I want that jazz one.
I'll have to
nice.
see if I can find that one and dig it up and throw it on the show this week for you, Charlie. So
Oh, that's nice, man. Get me, Eric.
so
Yeah, see, this is who we got. We got this guy part of us, so hey.
yeah, I'll see if I can find that one, because I've gigs and gigs of music that I've downloaded and bought and found and converted from YouTube videos because they didn't have it any other way.
I think we've all done that at one time or another. That's actually how I got the Halo 4 beta music that we use at the beginning and into the TROOPcast.
There you go. It works.
Exactly. There's no other way to get it. So, anybody else have any questions for Proto Eric here?
I got one more, if I can.
Sure.
Pardon me. So oftentimes, I don't know, how long you've been listening to Eric's music track? I see the posts all over Trek's Facebook page all the time.
I've been listening to him ever since he started. He messaged me as like one of the first group of people to message that he's doing this. So I've been listening to him. Shoot, almost over. When did you start this? Almost a year and a half ago, something like that.
My first official broadcast was in May of last year.
Okay, so yes, you're coming up on a year.
Tester broadcast back literally on my birthday in April of last year, but my first official one was May of last year.
Oh, okay. So, well, I'm just kind of curious to know. Oftentimes I see this post of Trek's like, "Oh, there's 2 hours of awesome music coming up. You guys check it out. I've got all these invites and he's spamming my feed and blah blah blah." But oftentimes I'll get home at like 11 o'clock or anything. I don't know if it's available. I haven't looked too much into it, unfortunately. But is there any kind of recordings that we could go over that you've got hidden away?
Yeah. On GameFixed.com, there are a lot of the older episodes. I haven't done anything for the past month since we switched over, because originally we were doing them on a Dropbox for the site. And then we switched to an FTP protocol on the website itself. And that's when I was talking about I have to go in through what the heck's that? WordPress and post them. And it's this long drawn out process that by the time I'm done doing the show, I've edited off the 20-30 minutes of pre-show music that I went ahead and played just so that it could be on and people could go ahead and start listening in early if they want to. And by the time that's all done, my brain's shot. I've nope, not gonna happen. Not posting again this week. So I've really got to get on that here in the next few days and hopefully pop up the backlog. Got to get one of the other people from the site to kind of walk me through it, and hopefully I can learn how to do it the right way. But yeah, there are, like I said, I think up through at least November, available on GameFix.com. So just search River City Remix on GameFix.com, and it should pop up a page where you can go in and download like 20 episodes or something like that.
Beautiful. Okay. Try and do that later.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything else?
I'm happy with that, man.
Okay. All right. Well, just as a demo to show people what some of the stuff is that he plays on his radio, I'm going to throw in one of the remixes for Halo that he sent me, which I believe I saw on YouTube a while back, and I messaged the artist and he never got back with me. I was actually going to try to see if I could get him to redo a lot of them, just so I could use them for clan radio and stuff like that, but it didn't work out. But anyway, I'm going to throw that in the TROOPcast here so that anybody who's interested can actually listen to what Proto Eric plays on his radio program. So we're going to do that here in a few seconds. Enjoy the show. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that remix. We're gonna go ahead and let Proto Eric jump out of the cast here. He's got some family business to attend to. So, thanks, Eric, for joining us on this Troops of UNSC Troopcast. And
Thanks for having me, guys.
We hope
Thanks, Eric.
we'll hope you'll come back and join us again sometime.
It'd be my pleasure.
All right. You have yourself a good night. We'll catch you on the flip.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hey, I think I like Eric.
He's great, isn't he? He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, we're glad to have him, and we're glad to have Nick and Alexander with us. The first thing I want to do is I want to give you guys a quick shout out. I'm going to give you guys about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes each. Nick, I know you are a returnee to the clan, and Alexander, you're a complete newbie to the clan. You've been looking for something like this for quite a while. So I'm going to let you guys share your own perspectives on what you see this clan being and where you see us going with this and what your personal opinion is on things. So, Nick, I'm going to let you go ahead and talk first. So, floor is yours.
All right. So, yeah, this is my second time in the clan. I left because of some different issues that we don't need to bring up. I'm here back for the CT reasons. That's what my main goal is. That's always what I want to do. Go pro in some game. And I really like cams this time because the last cams we went through was just
It was
horrible.
a disaster.
Horrible and pointless, pretty much. Sat there for 3 hours doing nothing. It's a lot easier this time around. Easy to move up through the ranks. And I like tacos.
Oh,
That's why I forgot you were a taco guy.
I was waiting to bring that back up. But that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, Alexander, how about you? I know you've been browsing around quite a bit, so.
Oh yeah. I don't know about the last when the last clan was booted the cam system, but this cam system, I've noticed it's just been going really smooth. I've been going through it really fast. I mean, any questions I have, I just ask a CEO, and they just help me out right away.
Nice. Man.
And yeah, thanks to Charlie, I'm already
Oh, he'll bless you.
I'm almost a corporal. So close.
See, that's what happens when you have a good CO, you know.
Yeah, I know. And I like how all the assignments focus just on the clan. There's nothing leading off to do something else or.
Yeah, they're all relevant. Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope that I can try to get into some of the like commanding a squadron in CT because I really would like to get into some of that stuff and just hope to work my way up through the ranks. Hopefully become a general one day.
You gonna make it. You gonna make it.
I will. Other than that, I just love having fun, and I feel like I knew some people from this clan prior to that. I knew Trekman, I knew Charlie, and so I'm just kind of here to have a lot of fun too. So.
All right. Well, we are certainly glad to have you guys. Nick, we're definitely glad to have you back with us. I will say this: whenever I play with you guys as a team, all of us in Guymer, we were just playing the Halo 5 beta, and you guys noticed that when we stuck together as a team, when we cooperated, and when we pretended. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Wow.
That's not a blooper. You
Blooper.
I gotta keep that in. Okay, I'll keep that one in.
Yeah.
But when we respond, when we responded to things as a unit instead of as individual players, we did very well. That one game we did 50 to 14.
Oh yeah.
We just dominated. Just because of the way we play and the fact that we were communicating the whole game, we were talking to each other. And if anybody's interested, it was streaming on my Twitch, so it was saved in our Twitch feed. And then the very next game, you'll see that I was a lone Spartan and screwed everything up and went and died a lot.
What's your Twitch, Trekman?
My Twitch stream is twitch.tv. I'm sorry, yeah, twitch.tv/UNSC_Trekman.
All right.
And so yeah, if you watch my stream, you'll notice that I foobarred everything by disobeying my own rules. So that's me. Yeah, sometimes I screw up. All right, next on the list is let's see here. Let's go back to this. Okay. Website upgrades. I want to thank Guymer for pointing some stuff out to me and helping me get on the ball with that. Nick for pointing out some interesting things that we can try. And I also want to give a shout out to one of our other COs who is currently on administrative leave, Chris Billingham, aka UNSC Redemption. he actually helped me with some of the updates and some other things as far as that goes. So thanks to all you guys' help with the website. I greatly appreciate all the input. Anybody who has input on the website, including all you listeners out there, feel free to leave a message at the end of the TROOPcast in on our chat box, or message me at engine.com, and we can see what we can do to make things a little bit easier on everybody. A quick introduction to the UNSC. The clan is a work in progress still. We're trying to test things out, see how things go, test the water, see where everybody wants to do. Our main focus is being more time efficient with leveling programs and point systems and CAMS graduations and things like that. Because last time, I think we had like a month schedule or something stupid, and people were progressing at an extremely slow rate, and what they were learning they didn't care about, and all that kind of interesting stuff. So we've streamlined it quite a bit. We've streamlined a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, CAMS is what the new recruits go through in order to get into the clan.
Correct.
Yeah.
I guess we should explain that a little bit. To come into the clan, you don't just join the clan and then boom, you're in the clan and then you're part of us. You have approximately about a week's worth of work if you drag it out that long. It's technically something that can be accomplished within one day if you're pushing it. There's, what do we say, 13 assignments, 4 of which are mandatory, and each assignment gives you 1 graduation point, a GP. Now, if you max that out and you get a GP of 13 before the end of your time period, you graduate with a rank of sergeant, which means you have the ability to command squads on the field, you have the ability to assist some of the COs in some of their duties, and you get looked at with a rank of distinction and with honor, and you become on my personal +1 list just because you actually accomplished all the tasks set ahead for you. And just in case everybody wants to know, Facebook has been messaging me. So some of the other stuff that we're going to be exploring in the clan is where to go with our CT division, how we're going to manage that and work on that. Tango, you've got a plan sketched out, and you and I and Charlie are going to be working on that here in a little bit after the cast is over, after we finish the recording. Once everybody graduates from CAMS, you're going to be looking at going into two different positions. You're going to be looking into the generalized platoon, which is just casual gamers, people who like to play, people who like to run as a squad, people who like to enjoy each other's company and play a multitude of things, multitude of games. And someone just started their car outside my house, so that's probably what you heard. The second platoon that people are going to go into is going to be the CT group. Those are the guys who get delved into more of the strict training regimen, the more intense type of training, the kind that actually gets you prepared and ready, so that if you decide to go pro, and if we decide to actually have a pro team in the next year or two, you'll be first choice for that if you go through our CT and you excel at that. And that's 100% on Tango. He will get that rolling within the next couple of weeks, maybe a month. We should have some great stuff to report on that. For anybody else's information, we are actively recruiting as of this coming Monday. So let's put it this way: the TROOPcast should be up by Monday night, if not Tuesday. By the time you guys watch this TROOPcast, we were open recruiting. Anybody who wants to join can join. If you do the 4 minimum requirements required in CAMS, you will graduate from CAMS as a private. If you want to get a rank higher than that, you just have to accomplish more of the tasks, which are actually really easy. They're simple, they're cake, and they usually have to do with you just writing in the forums or playing with people online or talking to CO leadership. It's really not complicated. It's not astrophysics. And it just encourages you to be part of something fun. That's all we are. We're a fun group of guys. So join us, have fun, learn the game, enjoy the game, play the game. So that's kind of what that's about. So open recruiting as of Monday. That's kind of that. CT, Tango, you're up.
Oh god, no pressure. Okay.
Just a quick overview.
I'm ready. I'm alive. I got this. Don't worry.
I would hope so.
Quick overview of the whole, I don't know.
What we will be accomplishing through CT.
Yes, that. Okay, that. Got it. Oh, exactly.
Thought you said you were ready. Nope.
Always on the improvise thing. So my plan, well, my hope for the CT division is actually to prepare anyone who would like to consider competitive play, would like to become a pro gamer, just to sort of give you a taste of what's kind of expected. I myself, I love the competitive scene. I've played the competitive scene for not recently, unfortunately. I'm getting back into the groove of things, but there was a good 6 month period of time where I gave it my all. Lost some hair because it was stressful, but it was fun. But my goal is to sort of get a good solid group of people together just to sort of, I don't know, get our name out there. And I can't really speak for anyone else. Actually, I shouldn't speak for anyone else, considering I find CT the most fun of Halo. Well, multiplayer in general. I love watching the big games. I'm actually in the process of browsing Twitch right now, looking at who all is streaming. I see Snipe Down streaming. That's kind of cool.
Ooh, Snipe Down.
Anything you want to know in terms of the game, I can help you out, or at least point in the right direction. I'm very busy, as many people will tell you, and as I'm sure you've gotten the impression. I'm doing my best to settle things down and to give myself a swift kick in the ass and, get to work.
Alrighty, good to hear that. The one thing I do want to touch on, Tango, is from the little bit of the beta that you have played, what do you think the Halo 5 CT potential is?
I think it's a very great potential. I love the fact that they're including, as they did in Halo 4, their own sort of default callouts for the map. One thing that I am not enjoying, and that's just because of how I was sort of programmed as a pro gamer, well, not pro gamer, but a competitive gamer, was the AI actually provides its own callouts for certain things that go on in the area.
Is anybody else annoyed by that? I am annoyed by that.
I like it.
It's really annoying.
Initially, I liked it, but then I found after playing for, well, even like a couple hours, it was really infuriating because it called out certain things, but I found what I was normally accustomed to, it didn't give me the information I actually needed.
Well, then again, if you think about it this way, that might actually be assisted by being in a party chat or being in a Skype call with people while playing the game.
Well, no, like that was kind of the next point I was going to bring up.
Okay.
Was this, in standard games that I've played in the competitive scene, everyone's always talking. Everyone's always got information flying back and forth. And actually, it was rule of thumb, you were not allowed to say a word more than 2 syllables. No callouts could be 2 syllables, no sort of names, no nothing. It had, 3 syllables, I should say. It had to be 2 syllables or less. And that was important because of efficiency of communication and of not just clogging the whole party chat. Sadly, I'll be sitting in an open game with a bunch of randoms and they'll be doing awful callouts and I'll just be sitting there grinding my teeth. I'm trying to listen more.
You're right. At some point, you actually get used to it, and it almost gives you the information you want, but then it leaves you wanting more. That's what I found.
Well, I found the key information that it gives you, oh, there's a hostile in front of you on the ledge above us, and yeah, that's great. But it doesn't mention the guy behind you that's about to shoot you in the back of the head. That's what I really appreciate of having an actual person sort of on my team watching.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Alexander.
Yeah, I have noticed that when it comes to critical information, it doesn't provide that. I'm just kind of agreeing with him on that.
With all that said, though, that's really one of the very few things I can say negative. Well, not even negative. That's one of the few things that I would call negative about the beta in terms of my opinion. Okay. I love the faster gameplay. I love how the weapons control. The BR is once again my baby. And
I am fully and 100% in love with Clamber. Is anybody else in love with Clamber? I'm in love with Clamber.
That's annoying.
I love being able to get places on the map now instead of sitting there going to crouch jump or grenade. Oh my god, I hate grenade jumping. But now I don't have to grenade jump. I can Clamber. It's like, okay, cool. Get from A to B without C having to necessarily intervene. Are we going to be entering into the HCS system at all via your plan for CT? I just have to throw that out there.
I've tried to approach this with more realistic perspective, just based on previous attempts in the past. The biggest deficit that we always suffer is we don't have enough numbers. Any kind of recruiting ever from anyone ever, no matter what it is always hugely appreciated because we get more people into the clan. And ultimately, that's what we need. Oftentimes, we used to struggle with people who, they would come in expecting CT, we'd try our best to do competitive, but ultimately speaking, I don't know, a squad would be busy or wouldn't be playing because their captain was off, and there'd just be one squad on, which isn't that bad, but there's only so much you can learn from multiplayer. So, assuming that we have good numbers, we have good people, and people who are willing to really commit, then I could see it happening very shortly, like even within 3 months.
We just have to have a decent steady inflow of people.
Exactly.
So that means everybody recruit everybody they can. Anybody that they know of that is interested in being part of a clan, interested in joining a clan, interested in going pro, interested in training for pro, interested in playing the game just for fun. Get them in, because you never know who we're going to get. All right, I had to ask that question because that was part of the question list. So we kind of already discussed the 5 beta. It ends, as of the recording of this Troopcast, it ends tomorrow night, which is Sunday night. Is there anything you guys want to do as a shout out to 343, positive or negative, about the beta? This is your one chance I'm going to give you, and we're going to go in sequence. So I'm just going to start this out and go, Alexander, you start. Positive or negatives about the beta?
Oh, I think it's good all around. I mean, for a beta, yeah, I think it's on track to be a very good game. Can't wait for it to come out.
All right, Nick, you're up. Beta.
One thing I really like about the beta is like the ADS, pretty much is what you could call it, like with the sniper or with the light rifle, how they made it, or even the assault rifle. It just gives you that more of a feel that you're in a battle. I really like that.
All right, so those are both positives. Nick, you got anything negative? Just on the balance.
Negative. I don't really have any negatives yet because I've only played it like one day. So.
And see, that's your fault. You knew the beta was out and you slacked off, man.
Yeah.
You just got
That's okay.
for the internet.
That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. All right, Guymer, you're up. Positives. Positive and negative. Your number one positive and your number one negative. Let's go that way.
Number one positive. Just the gameplay. You can do whatever you want on there. It's amazing. And I just love it. And negatives. Fuck, man, I hate the ranks and the armor. Like, this ain't. Can't go back to Halo Reach armor and ranks. That's what I want to do.
Thank you. I agree. All right.
Yeah, I actually agree with that too.
Okay. All right, so we got 2 people agree on the same thing.
I agree with you.
All 3. Okay, so we got 4 people on. Okay,
I'm a popular person.
Hey, you just come up with things that we don't think about. You know, it's all good. You know. All right, Tango, you've already kind of shared a little bit, but what is your number one positive about the beta?
My number one positive, honestly, the beta itself reminds me a lot of what I sort of was introduced to Halo multiplayer with, and that was Halo 3. Like there's certain aspects with the gameplay, with how the speed it plays at, with certain strategies that you need. It reminds me a lot of how the Halo 3 that I know was played, and it's amazing to see that come back. Any kind of negative that I would have is, I don't know.
What is the most annoying thing to you about the beta?
The most annoying thing, well, beyond the obvious, like I've had so many server problems where I've been sitting in a lobby like for 10 minutes and it's like, oops, you lost connection to the server, and like kicks me back to the main menu. Other than obvious things like that, I can't actually say too much. I've been loving it a lot. The ranking system I find kind of peculiar. Not bad, but a little peculiar, but I do appreciate it, and I'm definitely kind of getting into it. So.
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about the ranking system. I finally I saw a post on Twitter, and I read it, and I figured out what they're doing with the rank system. What it is for every 1 kill and every 3 assists that you get, so every 1 kill is a +1, every 1 death is a -1, every 3 assists is a +1. So if you get 1 kill and 3 assists and you die twice, you break even on your KD. That's how they rate it now. So that might be how they're doing some of the actual gameplay rank. Now, as far as the skill assessments and how you're doing, the first 10 games is how they rate you. And it's kind of weird how they do that, but if you have really great games, they will get you up the system fast. Now, that kind of depends on your team. So, like, the first 5 games I had were incredible because I was playing with, I was either playing with Guymer, or I was playing with Tango, or I was playing with another friend of mine on Xbox Live. And as a team, we were going in there and we were doing extremely well. And then I started playing solo, and my skill rank went down. But for the first 5 or 6 games, I was incredibly positive. And so it gave me a really high rank at the end of that 10 match. And I've been playing like crap ever since. So it's been taking me down and down and down and down. So it's also based on teamwork, I think, and your personal skills within a team. If you're not playing with a team, and this goes for all of our listeners out there, if you're not playing in a team and you're playing the beta, or you have playing the beta and you're complaining about the rank system and not getting or understanding how the rank system works, try playing with a team of people. Seriously, stick with the same guys over and over and over again. You will notice a marked improvement in the way you play and in the rank that you get. You will start going positive as long as you have a skilled team, even if that means they have to carry you. It's just something. I think they're forcing the rank system to go back to team forcing. I think that's really what they want it to do, where solo players they're not designed to work as a team. Now, as far as my positive about the beta, thank God for Clamber and the Thruster Pack. Those are the two things that every Spartan has, and I use the living crap out of them. Ground Pound is awesome. The new abilities, the 4 primary abilities that everybody has, making it universal across the board so you don't have to pick a loadout to get a certain ability. I think that is something that we have needed since the days of Halo 3. But yeah, my biggest positive is I love the fact that all 4 abilities every Spartan has. So how you use them is what gives you the advantage. You know, if I'm thruster packing into a wall, well, I'm dead. But if I'm jump orbiting while scoping, now that's an interesting feature. Have you guys noticed that feature? While you're scoped in and you jump, you hover?
I love that with my sniper.
That is really cool
it.
because that means you're not sitting there. Now, makes you an open target, but at the same time, it doesn't let you lose focus of your target. So that's actually a really cool feature. I'm glad they added that. My biggest negative that I have is the death speed. I'm tired of getting hit twice and dying. I'm sick of it. Their hitboxes are either terrible or the bullet penetration needs modified, or I can actually watch the kill cam and someone's not even aiming at me, they're shooting at the wall and I'm dying and it gives them the kill. So I don't know if that's lag in the system or what it is, but I'm gonna use a term from one of the forum posts I saw a while back: paper Spartans. You know, I think if the technology were to increase, I mean, yeah, the caliber of the bullets might have increased, but I think the shield strength, I think that would have increased too. So, and shield technology and armor technology. Instead of doing a 4-shot headshot with the battle rifle, I think they should have made it 6. It might make people mad, but at the same time, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because shield technology and weapon technology and armor technology all increase. At least that's my opinion. I think that.
Well,
I think
if
that's
I could kind of
negative.
interject here, like I don't think it was available in Halo Reach, but Halo 3 and Halo 4 also had a 4-shot headshot with the VR.
Exactly.
And Halo 4 had the 4-shot for the DMR as well. I find the only differences, and you kind of brought it up before, like the hitboxes need to be tweaked, but
Pretty badly.
other than that, I don't know. I'm quite content with the rate in the game goes because, like, well, I talked to you about that before, where I was in pursuit of an enemy and he dropped down and ran into a doorway, like a level below me, and I shot him what should have been like in the back of the heel, and he dropped dead, and the big thing came up, it's like boom, headshot. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the hitboxes
Okay.
are pretty bad.
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't complaining, but
Okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap that up for the feedback on them. One more thing. What do you think about the new maps?
Oh, that's one of my negatives. Are
The
some
two
of the
new maps.
Oh, the 2 new maps.
The 2 new ones. Well, I think we all don't like which one is it? It's not Truth, but it's the crashed version of Truth. What's it called? Empire? No, not Empire. Shoot, I can't think of it. It's the daylight version of Truth, the one that's on the planet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that one.
We're,
There's no way to even get a dominating place on that map. There's no place to hole up. There's no place to camp. Now that may be a positive and it might be a negative. For a lot of people, it's a positive, but for team-based games, it's almost a negative.
yeah, and the weapon that the power weapon they give you makes no sense because
Yeah, the
it's
Hydra
meant
on
to-
that map. The Hydra
Yeah.
is a mid-range map tying a weapon. It's not a close range, and they put it on a close range map. So, but that's my opinion on. I like the 2 new maps, the brand new outdoors ones, the ones that look like they're built on a Forge World kind of atmosphere. I like those personally.
Yeah, those are good ones. I like them.
Nick, I'm gonna let you take this one away. Newbies, when you join the clan, what do you do? Who do you ask for help? What's going on? Talk to us about newbies to the clan, since you're a returnee and you're already progressing through cams.
Well, it's quite it's quite easy. to figure, it's quite easy to figure out when you join because once your application gets accepted, you just click on the cams tab and it gives you clear instructions. It tells you I don't think it tells you who the CO is yet, but eventually it will. You report to him. If you have any questions, he tells you what to do. So it's really easy.
Now, the other thing I wanted to mention about that is once you graduate, you are automatically a higher rank than anyone who joins, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does that mean they can come ask you for help?
Yes.
Exactly. They don't have to look me up. They don't have to look Tango up. They don't have to look Guymer up. They can go straight to you and say, hey, am I doing this right? And because
Exactly.
you've been through it,
Yeah,
you can help
exactly.
them, right? Okay. Now, as I stated on the previous TROOPcast, clan merchandise will be updated by the 20th. I have completed that with the exception of some items that I don't know if people want them or not. I can design them on the fly. If people have opinions on things they want the clan logo on or whatnot, put them up there. Nick, I know you already submitted your recommendation for, what was it?
It was the Astro tag covers or whatever. The
okay, they
speaker
go on
tags.
the Astro headsets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can do that. We also have dog tags that are available anytime. I'm charging $12 a piece this time because of the cost of shipping. But they're fully customized. They will have your gamer tag, your service number, and the clan logo on them. So if anybody wants those, chip in. I will buy them for you. It is not that hard for me to come up with that kind of stuff and do that easy. Last and least item that I want to mention is the communication between everybody is key. Keep an open line of communication between you, your fellow gamers, your friends, your family, and the clan. Because anytime that we can get together and play some games, it's going to be a good day. As we all know, teamwork is key. Communication in the game is key. Communication on the website. When can you be available? Are you available? Are you going to participate in this? Are you going to not participate in this? And as a shout out, I'm going to give people one chance. If you say you're going to show up for something and you don't, that's your chance. We might give you another chance later on. For the moment, it's a one-shot Johnny. So let's get it done. That's how I feel about it, and I think that's a good way to look at things. The UNSC has both Xbox Live accounts. All of us have Xbox Live accounts. We have a website. We have a UNSC Twitter, as well as each and every one of us has a Twitter account that anybody who wants to can get in touch with one of us and talk to us about something specific if you choose. I'm pretty sure all of us have Facebook, and if we don't have a Facebook, there's a reason why we don't have a Facebook. But the clan has a Facebook page, and all of us leaders have a Facebook page. So again, if you need to get hold of us, you can get a hold of us via Facebook. Once you reach a certain point in the clan, we will end up giving you our phone numbers. I'm pretty sure everybody has mine, and if you don't and you want it, let me know. I will give it out. Of course, not to anybody who's not in the clan, just because I don't like random people texting or calling that aren't part of the clan. So, join the clan to get my phone number. I know that's kind of weird. Anyway, that almost sounds like a dating plug. What the heck? Online dating. Join my clan. Get my number. No, I'm just
Sweep you off your feet, don't worry.
Jesus. Okay. Is there anything else anybody would like to comment on before we close this cast? All right. From all of us here at the Troops of UNSC, we wish you wonderful gaming. Welcome aboard to those who join. Time to go play the fun out of Halo Master Chief Collection and the Halo 5 beta for the next day or two. Join the UNSC today. Find your place. Find your home. Find your team. Fulfill your destiny. Become a Spartan. Have a good night.